Ex post facto research is systematic empirical inquiry in which the scientist does not have direct control of independent variables because their manifestations have already occurred or because they are inherently not manipulated. Evid is a contraction of evidem, a Latin word meaning the same place. The term is most commonly used for footnoting in Evid is a Evid is a contraction of evidem, a Latin word meaning the same place. This term is most commonly used for footnoting in scholarly texts, allowing the author to say "evid" instead of citing a lengthy title. In legal texts, people may use "id", a shortening of "idem", a word which means as mentioned previously. Non-projected aids, visual instructional devices which are simply represented without any projection equipment, are non-projected aids. Examples: blackboard, chart, etc. Projected aids. Visual instructional devices which are shown with a projector are called projected aids. Examples: slides, film strip, silent films, cartoons, etc. Projected through an opaque projector, a periscope, or an overhead projector. Right to constitutional remedies. Article 32 was regarded as the heart and soul of the Indian Constitution by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. NCT has four regional offices which are as follows: Eastern Regional Committee (ERC) located at Bhubaneswar, Southern Regional Committee (SRC) located at Bangalore, Western Regional Committee (WRC) located at Bhopal, Northern Regional Committee (NRC) located at Jaipur. The Indian Institute of Advanced Study (IIAS) is a prestigious research institute based in Simla. It was set up by the Ministry of Education, Government of India in 1964 and it started functioning from October 20, 1965. The building that houses the institute was originally built as a home for Lord Dufferin, Viceroy of India from 1884 to 1888 and was called the Viceregal Lodge. It housed all the subsequent Viceroys and Governors-General of India. It occupied the Observatory Hill and sorry, it occupied the Observatory Hill, one of the seven hills that Simla is built upon. There are two types of seismic waves: body waves and surface waves. Body waves travel through the interior of the sorry. Body waves travel through the interior of the earth while surface waves travel only within the top surface layers. Most earthquakes take place at depths of less than 80 km below the Earth's surface. There are two types of body waves: P waves and S Waves P waves bunch together and then spread apart when they move. It is a bit like the movement of an inchworm or a slinky. S waves are like rolling ocean waves, or like when you snap a rope, the oscillations are in a waveform. Peroxyethyl nitrates. Sorry, Peroxyacid nitrates pens are powerful respiratory and eye irritants present in photochemical smog. Peroxy, Peroxynitrate pens are powerful respiratory and eye irritants present in photochemical smog. POP3 stands for a Post Office Protocol version 3. The POP3 protocol is designed to allow the users to retrieve email messages when they are connected to the email server via Internet, Ethernet, or VPN network connection. Once the email messages are downloaded from the server, they can be modified, read, and manipulated offline. IMAP Internet Message Access Protocol is a newer and modern alternative to the POP3 protocol. Unlike it, the IMAP allows the users to work with their messages in both online and offline modes. The IMAP-capable email client programs retrieve the messages headers from the server and can store local copies of the messages in a local temporary cache. Sorry, all the messages are left on the server until they are deleted by the user. This mechanism allows multiple email clients to access a single mailbox and is often used for corporate business emails. Example: sales and the red company domain, domain.com. Sorry, sales at the red company domain.com. Internet Explorer is a free web browser from Microsoft. Internet Internet Explorer was released in 1995 and is one of the most popular browsers today. ASC sorry SKY ASCII stands for the American Standard Code for Information Interchange. It was designed in the early 60s. Sorry, ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. SKY ASCII stands for the American Standard Code for Information Interchange. It was designed in the early 60s as a standard character set for computers and hardware devices like teleprinters and tape drives. SKY ASCII is a 7-bit character set containing 128 characters. It contains the numbers from 0 to 9, the uppercase and lowercase English letters from A to Z, and some special characters. The character sets used in modern computers, HTML, and Internet are all based on ASCII. TCP says IP is the communication protocol for communication between computers on the Internet. TCP says IP stands for Transmission Control Protocol / Internet Protocol. TCP says IP, T, sorry, TCP, sorry, TCP/IP defines how electronic devices like computers should be connected to the Internet, and how data should be transmitted between them. Contribution of renewable energy sources in absolute terms equals to 97 into 27 by 100 equals to 26.19 gigawatt. Contribution of wind and solar power in absolute terms equals to 97 into 7 by 100 equals to 6.79 gigawatt. Let the price of petrol be rupee 100 per liter. Let the user use 1 liter of petrol. Therefore, his expense on petrol equals to 100 into 1 equals to rupee 100. Now, the price of petrol increases by 25%. Therefore, the new price of petrol equals to rupee 125. As he has to maintain, sorry, as he has to maintain his expenditure on petrol constant, he will be spending only rupee 100 on petrol. Let X be the number of liters of petrol he will use at the next he will use at the new price. Therefore, 125 into X equals to 100. X equals to 100 by 125 equals to 4 by 5 equals to 0.8 liters. He has cut down his petrol consumption by 0.2 liters equals to 0.2 by 1 into 100 equals to 20%. From 9 a.m. onwards, a valid argument is one where true premises necessitate a true conclusion. All unicorns are beautiful. Dave is a unicorn. It follows that Dave is beautiful. Valid. An inductive argument is one based on a likely or probable relationship between the premises and the conclusion. Strong inductive. If we have true premises, then our conclusion is probably true. Example: almost everyone likes chocolate. I give you some chocolate. Thus, you will probably like the chocolate. Weak inductive. An argument is weak when the conclusion probably does not follow from premises. Example: when I put a match in water. When I put a match in water, it goes out. Gasoline is like water. When I put a match in gasoline, it will probably go out. An inductive argument is cogent if it is strong and all the premises in the argument are true. Otherwise, it is uncogent. Example: sorry, most people think that Torturing people for fun is morally wrong. Sorry, Mr. Gacy tortured people for fun. Thus, sorry, thus most people probably think that Mr. Gacy acted wrongly. Sorry, Mr. Gacy tortured people for fun. Thus, most people probably think that Mr. Gacy acted wrongly. Kind of diagram invented by Wayne in 1881 for representing and assessing the validity of elementary inferences either of a syllogistic form or from the Boolean algebra of classes, and it was attempting to illustrate Booleans on methods in a Venn diagram for the syllogism. There are three circles corresponding to S, M, and P sets. Areas indicate which combinations are empty, and a cross indicates which ones have members, while a cross on a border between the two classes represents that at least one class has a member. For example, to illustrate the syllogism, some S, some S is M, all M is P. So some S and some S is P. The first premise is represented by 1 here. The crossovers between the area of P and the area outside P. However, the second premise adds the shading of 2. Since any M region outside P is empty, hence the cross cannot be there and is driven into the P area. This shows that some S is indeed P, hence the syllogism is valid when generalized. The method for statements in the algebra of classes involving 4 terms ellipses can be drawn, but the method becomes all cumbersome. Strips and charts of various kinds were invented in the late 19th and early 20th centuries to give graphical representations of such problems. Persuasive definitions. The purpose of a persuasive definition is to convince us to believe that something is the case and to get us to act accordingly. Frequent definitions of words like freedom, democracy, communism are of this type. Example, taxation is the means by which bureaucrats rip off the people who have elected them. While those sorts of definitions might be emotionally useful, we should avoid them when we are attempting to be logical. Theoretical definitions are designed to explain a theory. Whether they are correct or not will depend largely on whether the theory they are an integral part of is correct. Newton's famous formula F equals to ma, where force equals sorry sorry Newton's famous formula F equals to ma. Example, force equals to sorry Newton's famous formula F equals to ma, that is force equals to mass into acceleration, provides a good example of such a definition. Stipulative definitions. Stipulative definitions are frequently provided when we need to refer to a complex idea, but there simply is no word for that idea. A word is selected and assigned a meaning without any pretense that sorry, that is what that word really means. Example, by a blue number we mean any number greater than 17 but less than 36. Lexical definitions. Unlike stipulative definitions, lexical definitions do not attempt to capture the real meaning of a word, and so can be either correct or incorrect. When we tell someone that intract, intractable means not easily governed or obstinate, this is the kind of definition we are providing. Roughly, lexical definitions are the kinds of definitions found in dictionaries. The Directorate of Advertising and Visual Publicity (DAVP) is the nodal agency to undertake multimedia advertising and publicity for various ministries and departments of Government of India. Some of the autonomous bodies also route their advertisements through DAVP as a service agency. It endeavours to communicate at grassroots level on behalf of various central government ministries. Hmm. Sorry. YV minus 3, VS minus 3, SP minus 3, P, M minus 3, V, sorry, 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 Y minus 3, V minus 3, S minus 3, P minus 3, M, 2 plus 2 into 2, 6, 6 plus 2 into 3, 12, 12 plus 2 into 4, 20, 20 plus 2 into 5, 30, 30 plus 2 into 6, 42, 40 plus 2 into 7, 56, 56 plus 2 into 8, 72. PAL, phase alternating line, is a analog television color encoding system used in broadcast television systems in many countries. Other common analog television systems are NTSC National Television System Committee and SECAM sequential Hollywood awake memoir, North America, most of South America, Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan adopted NTSC. Most of Western Europe, India, Iceland, Australia, parts of Africa, and the Middle East, and a few countries in South America adopted PAL. PAL. SECAM was mainly adopted in France, Western Europe, and parts of Africa. In sorry, June 23, the Radio Club of Bombay made the first ever broadcast in the country. This was followed by the setting of the Calcutta Radio Club 5 months later. The first radio station of the Indian Broadcasting Company (IBC) at Bombay, now Mumbai, formally inaugurated by the then Viceroy of India Lord Irwin on January 23, 1927, heralded the beginning of organized broadcasting in India. Interestingly, this was the year in which the British Broadcasting Corporation (BBC) was formed. The IBC was liquidated in 1930. The IBC was liquidated in 1930. Makhalan Chaturvedi is National University of Journalism and Communication, officially known as MC Rashtriya Patrakariता Vishwavidyalaya, is a government university located in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. It was set up by the Act 15 of 1990 of the Madhya Pradesh Legislative Assembly. This university was formally inaugurated by Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma, then Vice President of India, on 16th January 1990. Video conferencing is the conduct of a video conference by a set of television Communication technologies which allow two or more locations to communicate by simultaneous two-way video and audio transmissions. It has also been called visual collaboration and is a type of group where combined percentage of emission of CO2 from thermal and transport sector equals to 30 plus 35 equals to 65%. Required emission 5 into 65 by 100 equals to 3.25 mmt. Domestic sector emission equals to 5 into 15 by 100 equals to 0.75 mmt. The required numbers are numbers from 200 to 299 and 100 to 112, 122, 132, 142, 152, 162, 172, 182, 192. Hence total required number equals to 100 plus 10 equals to 110. Here we suppose a group of 5 students as 1 unit. So number of units equals to 3 and 10 by 60 equals to 5 units. Now each unit requires sets of papers. Total requirement equals to 5 into 5 uh, equals to 20. Sorry, total requirement equals to 5 into 5 equals to 25. Let the side of the square be 100 meter. Area equals to side square equals to 10,000 meters square. After an increase, side of the square equals to 100 plus 40 equals to 140 centimeter. Area equals to 140 into 140 equals to 90,600 centimeters square. Percentage increase equals to 90,600 minus 10,000 by 100. 10,000 into 100 equals to 9,600 into 100 by 10,000 equals to 96%. I am happy equals to 367. Question 1. UR side equals to 748. Question 2. Happy inside equals to 469. 469. Equation 3. From 1 and 3. Happy equals to 6 and from 2 and 3. Side equals to 4 and equals to 9. 2 into 2 plus 1 equals to 5. 5 into 2 minus 1 equals to 9. 9 into 2 plus 1 equals to 19. 19 into 2 minus 1 equals to 37. 37 into 2 plus 1 equals to 75. M plus 2 equals to, M plus 2 P plus 2 S plus 2 V plus 2 Y. Ex post facto research is systematic empirical inquiry in the scientist does not have direct control of independent variables because their manifestations have already occurred or because they are inherently not manipulated. Ex post facto research Ex post facto research is systematic empirical inquiry in which the scientist does not have direct control of independent variable. Sorry. Ex post facto research is systematic empirical inquiry in which the scientist does not have direct control of independent variables because their manifestations have already occurred or because they are inherently not manipulated. धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. All the best. Thank you so much. धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. All the best. धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. All the best. धन्यवाद. Sorry. धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. All the best. धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. All the best. Thank you so much. All the best. धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. All the best. धन्यवाद. Thank you. धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. 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 All the best. धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. All the best. धन्यवाद. धन्यवाद. Thank you. धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. All the best. धन्यवाद. धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. All the best.